Oh, wow.
Sure. I believe this is episode 6. Right?
Yes. We don't...
Our schedule got a little mixed up. For a couple of reasons.
The highlight reel is in there, but that doesn't count as an episode. That was just a...
And we also recorded an episode since the last one went up. But
yes.
I don't think it's gonna be a normal episode.
No.
We can talk about that later.
So yeah, let's talk about that.
We'll talk about that now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is episode 6.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this, even though we recorded another episode, this is gonna go up before that one. 'Cause we're thinking of doing a secondary
little
podcast.
Separate,
it's on the same channel.
It's still...
And it's the same thing.
podcast, but it's just where we'll kind of go deeper into our little rants that we do. Similar to the Harry Potter one we did, which we're going to kind of count as the first one.
It's just going to be... we're talking about, like, movies and TV shows.
And so each one is going to focus on just one movie or TV show?
Yeah.
Or like a book.
It'll be the Harry Potter episode, but
we don't want to try and like rush through and worry about doing other things at the same time.
Yeah.
So we're going to make it a separate thing.
Because we could have talked more about Harry Potter.
The whole episode being that.
Yeah, we could have talked more about Harry Potter.
Yeah. And when we were recording the one that we did before this, it lasted forever.
It was going to be a normal episode, and then we talked for an hour and a half about the 100.
Yep.
And so it's going to be its own thing.
Yeah, we're going to make that a separate thing.
We don't have to worry about how long we're going. Maybe some of them will be a half hour. Maybe some of them will be an hour and a half.
Yep.
That one I'm sure will get less views than...
And it's just whenever we feel like ranting about one of those things and giving our opinions on them. It's not going to be a like weekly thing along with our normal episodes.
There might be 2 in a week. Who knows?
Maybe.
And if you want a little taste of what we talked about the 100, the CW show. We just finished it. If you want to know what you're getting into when you start that, we talk about how it's literally by far the worst show I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yep. And it's so tragic because it was so good at first.
Season 1 is so good.
It gets worse and worse and worse, and we talk about all the bad things that it does. It's an unbelievable list of bad things.
We go through every season.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I always use The Walking Dead as a, like, gauge for how bad shows are, because The Walking Dead got so bad.
Yep.
But, God, this was so much worse than The Walking Dead. Yeah, we always say, you can tell a show is really bad when you can, like, have a full conversation with someone during a scene, and then once you start paying attention again, you didn't miss anything.
Nope.
So the dialogue is just
nonsense
to fill the time. It's just... And The 100 is really bad with that. The Walking Dead was really bad with that, too.
The plot got so horrible and crazy and unbelievably hard to follow that we gave up on trying to follow it.
Yep.
And we're very good. Like, it's not like it was getting too complex for our poor little brain.
No.
We're very, very good at keeping up with that. We watched flippin' Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do an episode about Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
We can talk about Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Let's talk about that. So, we talk about how awful it is, and we talk about we give a little list of, like, our top characters that we like and dislike.
A little shout out to Marcus Kane.
Yep.
He deserves a shout out. Even though this show was one of the worst things that's ever happened to me, I'm glad I watched it just so that I can know Marcus Kane.
No regrets. Never any regrets.
He made it worth it. He made all this worth it. Just had to shout him out. And he deserved better.
So, we'll go check that out. If you don't care, that's fine. But please just go watch the first episode and then the last episode just to feel our pain.
I need someone to do that.
It'll be such a great laugh. and you will be like, what is happening? Because it's not the same show.
If you have no desire to watch the whole thing, especially after us tearing it a new one, just watch the pilot and then the finale.
Yep.
'Cause, wow. Anyway.
So yeah, that's a new thing.
So that's going to be a thing.
Yay.
It'll go up after this one because they need explanation.
Yes.
It was also really long, and so it's gonna take me a minute to edit.
And we'll get around to some Marvel and some Star Wars, and then just anything else that comes up for us.
Yeah, 'cause
we watch a lot of stuff.
We talked in the Harry Potter episode about how if you wanted us to do Marvel and Star Wars to let us know or whatever, but
We're gonna now.
we're going
We
to.
don't need your permission.
No, but we're not going to do it on the normal podcast because that's not what this is about.
No, it's not. We just get excited. So that's our own separate thing that we're gonna allow ourselves to go crazy with.
So I apologize for the Harry Potter episode because
Yeah.
that should have been the other thing. We're working on a name.
We are working on a name. I was just gonna say that
Because it can't be called the same thing that this is called because it's not
a
the same
different
thing.
thing, and we want to make sure you know which are which.
It's basically The Talking Dead was like a little talk show that went on after The Walking Dead every
And
week.
they just sat and talked about it.
They just sat and talked about the episode, and it's great. And so it's basically that. So we're like,
But that was definitely meant to be more positive.
yeah.
Which we will be positive. We have a lot of
Yes,
passions.
yeah.
We have a lot of things we love very, very much.
You just get excited and you want to
We'll
complain.
do a good Halloween one.
Yeah, sure. You want to complain. And so we're looking for an outlet to
Yes.
complain. That's what that is. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's that. So look forward to that.
We'll keep thinking on that name.
Yeah.
Talks.
Talking nonsense. I don't know. We'll work on it.
Talk non ing sense.
No,
Okay, we'll work
we
on
tried.
it. So yeah, let's jump in.
Yeah. You want to go first?
Cause housekeeping. I got nothing.
That was our housekeeping.
That was our housekeeping. So
Still love Draco Malfoy.
of course, don't need to update everyone every time about that. We can assume. All right. I thought we would talk a little bit about Among Us.
Oh, sure.
Because it's an app
It's a video game.
happening right now that it's an app and it's also online. So it's a video game that's really dumb and stupid, but it's blown up.
It's the big thing right now for some
Yeah.
reason.
People are just desperate for entertainment.
And I'm shocked that it blew up so fast because like it's fun, but it's
But
nothing
not
special.
Great.
It's nothing special.
It's not yeah.
That said, we have sat for
so
literally
many
hours.
Hours and hours and hours playing.
Like it's really fun, but it's nothing special.
What it is you have your little character and their little astronaut guys, and you go and you have 3 different maps. We always do the same one, the Skeld. But you have 3 different maps, and you go and you're just going and trying to do all these tasks. Everyone has different tasks that they have to do. Tasks.
Just like simple little like connect the dots kind of
Yeah.
tasks. Like that you don't have to think.
Just little stupid things.
You just run around the ship trying
Yep.
to finish your tasks.
But the crazy part is that there's an imposter among us. Sometimes there's more than one imposter, and then it's really crazy. And the imposter is trying to kill everyone.
So
and you don't know who it is.
You don't know who it is. Everyone looks the same. They all have different colors.
And so they can go around and they can kill people.
And so they're going to try to kill people before everyone finishes their tasks.
Yeah. And you have to, all of the crewmates, which are the non-imposters, are trying to figure out who the killer is.
While doing your tasks.
While trying to still finish the tasks, because if you finish them, then you win. And you never finish your tasks, ever.
Yeah, you rarely win by
and
finishing
there's
tasks.
Whenever someone finds a body, or you can just call a meeting, there's a chat, and you just sit and everyone's trying to figure out
You like
who
talk
it
to
is.
the other players and
Yeah.
you try to say like, oh, has anyone been acting weird?
Did
Has
anyone see anything?
Has you seen a dead body?
And it gets crazy.
People start throwing accusations.
Yep.
A lot of them aren't
Sometimes
true.
you will get thrown out of the ship. That's what happens if they vote you out. You get
At the
thrown
end
off.
of every meeting, one person gets voted out.
Yeah.
Everyone playing has to vote someone out. And if it's the imposter, you guys win. But if it's not the imposter, you keep playing, and you have to try to figure out who
yep.
it is. And you voted out one of your own, so tasks are going to take even longer now.
Yeah. And so sometimes you're the imposter.
Yeah, you can be the imposter.
And that's the best part, because you get to go around and kill people.
Yep.
But it's really stressful, because you have to, like, play it cool on the chat and everything. Mm-hmm. And you have to defend yourself if anyone says anything. And
it's really fun.
Oh, it's so fun and crazy. And you meet some really cool people.
Yeah, oh.
So we've been going with that. And I actually told my sister that I would play with her this weekend.
Oh.
We'll see if that happens or not. But everyone's playing it. And with that obsession that we get in these few generations that are around our age, is that we get so obsessed with things. And people have started doing fan art and
even though there's no
fiction,
there's no characters.
There's no characters. There's no
just
story.
These little blobs that are men,
you can have
and you pick
different
your color.
colors and like different like hats.
What's your go-to color?
Mine is usually cyan, which is a like teal color. And I usually have the little like leaf thing on top of my head, but since we have all the fun Halloween ones right now, I have the witch hat. And you?
My go-to is yellow, and I always have a night hat, a little knight's hat.
Which works all the time and also for
His helmet. If yellow isn't available, I'll be lime or cyan.
Yep, I'll go with lime and like just the normal blue.
Yeah. So like download Among Us and play it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hell yeah. One last thing, just for fun. If we want to share, do we want to share our names on there?
Yeah, but it's not, you don't have like a username. You can like type in your name and retype it.
Yeah, you can't, like, you couldn't look us up and find us, but if you happen to see. But just for funsies. What's your name?
What's yours?
Mine is Orby, and I have no idea where that came from. It just came to me, and I typed it, and I was like, okay, Orbi. I have no idea where that came from. But I like it.
Mine is Man.
Where'd you get that?
It's my nickname.
Oh man, duh.
It's just my name. But it's
really stupid to see on there.
It's just Man.
It's just Man.
That's how I sign birthday cards.
Man.
Anyway.
That's what I got.
My topic, quote unquote, is I figured I think I watched a YouTube video. Is that where I got this? Where they did this. And it was interesting and I figured we should do it. We can take the test that people take when they want to live in the United States.
Like citizenship
test. Because it's crazy and it's all about like US history.
They like have classes on it for people that want to get citizenship, so you like go to class and learn about all the things that are going to be on the test.
But so I figured we should take it to prove that this is
prove our citizenship.
This is bull.
Yeah,
this test makes no sense because we're not going to know any of the answers.
No, absolutely
when
not.
The people who actually live in the country and have been born and raised here don't know the answers,
then this is a rigged test. This is dumb.
So
let's do it. I'm excited.
I've got it right here. Okay, oh boy,
US
oh boy.
Citizenship and
Ready?
Immigration. All right.
Here. Oh. What?
I'm gonna see.
If my cord gets caught.
No, I want to see the screen. My brain needs it.
Then you read it.
All right. What does the president's cabinet do? Oh, it's multiple choice, which is nice.
Yeah. But the actual test isn't.
Oh god.
Like to live in America, it's not multiple choice. This is just a practice test.
You should never not have multiple choice on any test in the world ever.
This is just the practice test. The actual one isn't multiple choice. You have to fill in the blank.
So it's commands the U.S. Armed Forces, makes laws, advises the president. All of these answers.
Oh. The president's cabinet?
I feel like
guess it's all of the above.
Command the U.S.
I know, but advises the president and makes laws are both right. I think.
Okay. All of the above?
Oh.
You were wrong.
It advises the president.
So they don't make laws.
I figured they'd, like, help.
No, the president's cabinet just says, hey, you're doing great, or hey, no, stop.
We elect a U.S. representative for how many years?
A U.S. representative?
God. 6, 2, 8, or 4.
Alright, well, I'm good at, like, multiple choice in this. I'm gonna say 6.
I was gonna say 4. Because we have presidents for 4 years.
I feel like that's why it wouldn't be the same, because nothing's consistent.
Maybe
Let's say
2?
6.
It might be 2.
U.S. representative?
I'll do 6.
Maybe 2.
I feel like it might be 2.
Maybe that's like, do it.
Oh, it was 2!
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Good thing you questioned it. Name one problem, just one, that led to the Civil War.
Jeez.
Yikes. I feel like they wouldn't want to talk about this. Slavery, oil, sugar, westward expansion.
Slavery. Yay.
Got it.
What is the supreme law of the land? The Emancipation Proclamation, the Articles of the Confederation, the Declaration of Independence, and the Constitution. Okay, law of the land. I feel like that's the Emancipation Proclamation.
Law of the land? I think
the
it's
Emancipation
Constitution.
The Emancipation Proclamation is about, like, land stuff. But I don't know if it literally means...
I don't think it means law of the land. I think it just means, like, law of the land. I don't know, though.
If it's not the Emancipation Proclamation, it's probably the Constitution.
Constitution feels safe.
It does. You can go to the Constitution.
Oh, okay.
Yep. It was the Constitution.
Why is it phrased so weirdly?
Name one U.S. territory. Haiti, Guam, Bermuda, Cayman Islands.
Of those 4?
Bermuda? I think it might be Bermuda.
Or...
This is really outing us.
Yeah.
I'm bad at this. Oh, it wasn't. It was Guam. Guam was going to be my last choice.
5, it gives a little thingy at the end of everyone.
If it said
5.
Puerto Rico, I would have known.
I know, same.
Wow, okay.
And Guam. Well, what does the judicial branch do? Resolves disputes, decides if a law goes in against the Constitution, reviews laws, all of these answers. All of these answers. Yep. Yeah.
Yay. Why does the flag have 50 stars? Because there were 50 original colonies. No. Because there's 1 star for each state. Because there's 1 star for each president. Because there were 50 people who originally came to the United States. Oh, those are also dumb. I wanted it to be harder.
Yeah.
It's because there's 1 star for each state.
Yep. Alright, 5-2.
Yep,
for doing
5
good.
right, 2 wrong.
What does a U.S. senator represent? Only the people in the state who voted for the senator? No. State legislatures. Only the people of the state who belong to the senator's political party? No. All people of the state. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay.
Okay.
What is one promise you make when you become a United States citizen? Never travel outside the U.S., disobey the laws of the U.S.
You promise to disobey the laws.
Give up loyalty to other countries, not defend the Constitution and the laws of the United States.
Well,
what?
It's because the other ones can't be. It's got to be give up loyalty to other countries, but yikes.
Wow, that's scary.
Is that really it?
Yeah.
Oh my god. What?
Yikes.
Oof.
Oh, I know this one.
Why does the flag have 13 stripes? 13 colonies.
Yeah.
Because it was originally 13 colonies.
Because the stripes represent the members of the Second Continental Congress, because the stripes represent the original colonies, because it was considered lucky to have 13 stripes on a flag, because the stripes represent the number of signatures on the Constitution. It's original colonies.
Original colonies. When is the last day you can send in federal income tax forms? Well, that stuff happens around...
What are the options?
Oh, sorry. April 15th, March 15th, July 4th, May 15th.
I think it's April.
Definitely not July. I think it's April too.
April 15th.
July 4th.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was April. What did Susan B. Anthony do? Founded the Red Cross, the first woman elected to the House of Representatives, made the first flag of the United States, or fought for women's rights?
Fought for women's rights.
Yeah, I guess.
I feel like she probably did some other things. What is the highest court in the United States? The district court, the court of appeals, the Supreme Court, the federal court.
The Supreme
Court. It's the big boy.
Why did the colonists fight the British? Because of high taxes, because they didn't have self-government, because the British army stayed in their houses. All of these answers. It's all of these answers.
We're really, really touchy about the British army, or about any soldiers being housed in our houses.
That's like the Third Amendment or something?
Yeah.
Or the 13th? One of the amendments is like,
that you
can't house the army or something.
You can't be forced to house soldiers.
John Mulaney had a bit about it.
It's so specific to their issues back in the day.
But yeah, it was all the above.
What territory did the United States buy from France in 1803? It's Hawaii, Alaska, the Louisiana Territory, Quebec, the Louisiana Territory.
The Louisiana Purchase.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Okay, my AP US history is coming back.
Ew,
Right.
you were in AP US?
Yeah.
A-push.
It didn't go well. It was
name one American Indian tribe in the US.
We really called it American Indian tribe. Really?
Zwami, Chami, Cherokee, Slavs, Celts. Celts?
Cherokee. Who makes federal laws? Congress, the President, the Supreme Court, or the states? The Congress?
Congress, I guess.
Or Supreme? No, the court just has trials. They don't make the laws.
Weird. I think it's different questions every time.
Probably. We only have 2 questions left. Who vetoes bills?
The president pro tempore, the president, speaker of the house, the vice president.
Vetoes bills?
The president, right? I think it's the president.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. The idea of self-government is in the first 3 words of the Constitution.
We the people.
What are these words? We the people. We the British.
Congress shall make.
We the colonists.
Yikes. No, it's we the people.
We the people of the United States.
Full disclosure, this is a couple days later, and I'm editing. And there was like 20 minutes of us...
Of nothing.
Of nothing. It was really boring.
We got excited about the things we were doing, and then it turned out that those things were not interesting to listen to.
It wasn't entertaining at all. I sat through it. I'm not going to make you sit through it. So I cut it all out. So we took the test a second time. First time we got a 90%. The second time we got a 70%. Just so you know. And then we got bored, and we started listing the 50 states for some reason.
Just to test our knowledge.
So here is the results of our 50 states. Enjoy. Boop. Okay. So, we just spent the last 20 minutes trying to name all 50 states. I thought we'd be able to do it quicker than we did. So I'm gonna cut it. And I'm just gonna tell you what we got.
We did really well for a while.
We got 44 basically without trouble, off the top of our heads. We slowed down a bit at like 40, but we got there.
Yeah.
We missed 6. You want to know the 6 we missed? Wyoming, Colorado, Illinois, Iowa, Missouri, Wisconsin.
Boo.
I'm very content with those states that
those
we missed.
States aren't states.
Those are the forgettable,
they don't actually
unimportant
exist.
states.
So sorry if you're from any of these states, but guess what? You don't exist.
You don't matter.
No, you just don't exist in the universe.
Good thing that's not on the test to get into the country.
Yeah. No. Weird.
Anyway. That was a lot of time for us, but no time for you.
Yep. we had to try. Oh.
Okay. We're gonna move on to our quirk segment. Took a lot of deciding to choose what to talk about this episode.
Yeah, we're all over the place, sorry.
We're all over the place today. This one's rough. But, we're gonna talk about the weird signs we have hanging in our room.
We've had a, habit ever since we started living together freshman year of college. Well, I guess it took us a little bit.
It was like, when did you get that sign?
Sophomore year. Halloween.
Yeah.
So, we've had a weird habit of just, like, putting things on the wall. It started with the sign. So we got a Halloween sign, and it came with a bunch of letters, and it just said Happy Halloween. Or Happy Haunting.
It said Happy Haunting, and it was, like, that it was just meant to be a sign that said happy haunting. Like, you didn't have to string it yourself. It was just, that was it. And after Halloween, we left it up after Halloween for a while.
Yep.
But then, like, you know, when you get given a bunch of letters you're supposed to hang on the wall, you're gonna rearrange them.
To say stupid things.
So, for a year and a half more,
we just used that sign with those
letters
and changed it on occasion.
We changed it to every possible thing you could do with those letters.
And we would change it when one of the other person wasn't there. And it would always take a second to realize it was changed. It would always be just a random burst of laughter.
After it said happy haunting, the first thing we did was it said iguana.
And that nothing topped that one.
Iguana
honestly.
was up for a very long time.
It was just this, like, what was the string? Was it the rope?
It was the rope that went with the sign.
Yeah. It was just this, like, rope with these little, like, gold shiny letters, and it said iguana.
Iguana was up for a long time. What were some of the other ones? Like, there was a hip hat.
Hip hat. A hip hat.
Yep.
Man, I wish I could remember more.
Pinata. Something pinata we had. We had fun. They were all really good.
And so, for this year, we got a new one, which was Rip to our old
Rip
sign.
to iguana, but whatever.
But we got one that had a lot more letters.
It has like 3 or 4 of every letter of the alphabet.
Yep.
So
it was just unlimited possibilities.
Yeah.
So we have a few around.
We ran with it. Yeah, so we have a bunch of them up because we had all the letters, so we figured let's do more than one. We're just gonna tell you what they are. We're not gonna explain them.
Alright, you go first. I'll get the other 2.
I got right above my bed. It says...
This is the best one.
It says bees. BEES question mark. Bees?
Bees?
If you know what that's from, you know what that's from.
Yeah. And then the other one is a little longer.
The next one I've got, it just says juggling is sexy AF.
And then we have...
We'll talk about that someday.
Oh, that'll be great.
It's beautiful.
Out in our little main area by the door, we have one under our really nice framed pictures, like artwork pictures. Right under that, we have one that says, "Get help."
If you know what that's from, you're cool.
And then in my room, I have one above the TV, so we can see it anytime we're watching TV. Right up behind it, and it says, "Canoe." And that one's got a lot behind it.
You're never gonna hear that story. That one's never gonna get an explanation. But it says canoe.
We also have a little, like, light up mini board that you can, like, slide in different
It's a
letters.
Little marquee.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's a little, like, movie theater marquee.
Or yeah, I was gonna say like gas station.
Yeah. Where you, like, put the letters in.
The little slidey letters.
And we got a little baby one of those. What does it say?
It says, "Do not spin."
Oh my god.
So yeah, we have some great things around our rooms and our little apartment.
You'll hear some of those stories.
Yep, eventually. Yeah, we're very strange people, and we really like to express ourselves.
Oh
and I think we appreciate personal touch over, like, aesthetic.
Yep. Aesthetic is nice too.
Aesthetic is nice too. If you can make them both work.
My juggling sign is beautiful.
It does, yeah. No,
it's
like
great. Separate little. Each word's got its own string, and there's a star.
The juggling is all loopy.
Yeah, it looks great. Anyway.
And we also have some Halloween decorations up now, which is fun.
Yeah. Anyway.
And we have a hanging skeleton whose name is Verd.
Yep.
Well,
Short for Verdana.
Yes. the font.
If you think you know where that came from, a skeleton named after a font.
I think there's only one place that could come from, and you're pretty friggin' cool.
If you know
that place.
You know. Join our podcast, please. if you know any other skeletons named after fonts.
If you can tell us another skeleton in existence named after a font, you get to be a guest on our show.
You can guest star on the show.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, to top off this wild episode, we'll do our little creative rating.
We're gonna even pretend that we pulled it.
No.
We did. I had to cut.
If you heard the last episode, you heard about our mess-ups.
Yeah.
And how we lost some stuff, so we have to redo some stuff, so it's fine.
So we pulled this character a few weeks ago now. And I did a little explanation, but I'll redo it.
Please go. So,
Oh.
Okay, it is Terrin.
It says Terrin! I'll go through Terrin pretty quick. Terrin is, the main character in a story I've got that I've had basically as long as I've had the one that I talked about a few weeks ago with Hayden in it, the summer camp one. I made them both around the same time. I'm pretty sure the summer camp one came first. But I made it the same way as I made that one. A friend of mine gave me the pictures. Well, this time it was pictures. She gave me pictures to write a story based off of. And basically...
Wait, this one was based off pictures?
Oh, yeah.
What was the picture?
It's 2 pictures. It's
What were the pictures?
There's one of them that's just kind of people walking through a forest, and then
Okay.
the next one is like a tree man attacking a bunch of people. I never got there, but
Cool.
that's implied. That
Cool.
happens at some point.
Yeah. Alright. Awesome.
He lives in... Man, deja vu. He lives in a nameless country, maybe on Earth. It's on Earth, but, like, it's not a real place that I could... But it's also Bangladesh. He lives in Bangladesh.
But also, it's just Bangladesh.
It's, like, alternate dimension Earth.
Alternate timeline type thing.
Yeah, sure, Bangladesh. But it's not actually by name Bangladesh. And him and his family live in this village. It's like this super, like, run down, third world, like, there's no electricity, no running water. They all live in, like, huts. And there are not many people that live in the village, and so everyone's, like, family. Everyone supports each other, raises each other's kids, stuff like that. And then, because war exists, war is happening. And it's like, I think it's like a religious war. That's happening in Bangladesh right now. It's a problem. But I think it's like some kind of weird religious war. It doesn't matter because that's not the point. And one day, these soldiers come and start taking the strong from this village. And they're all like, hey, bring our dads back.
Hey, stop it.
But the soldiers are like, no, you need to, like, do your duty to your country and fight. And so they're, like, forcibly taking all these people. And they take everyone between, like, 18 and 40. So, like, Terrin's, like, 18. Yeah? I think Terrin's 18. Might be 16. They might be taking people 16 and up. And he's got this massive, massive family. Lots of little brothers and sisters. He has an older brother and an older sister as well. And so these soldiers come and they take his father, his older sister, and his older brother. And then, like, his older sister's husband, too. And they take all the, like, strong from the village. And they say, for whatever reason, yeah, we need this village. You guys gotta go. And the poor, like, elderly and children that are left are like, where do you expect us to go? Where are we supposed to go? And they're like, we don't care, but you gotta get out of here. And so they end up, long story short, they end up going into the woods. There's like a big foresty, which doesn't exist in Bangladesh, which is why this is like alternate timeline Earth. But it's this giant like forest jungle thing next to their village. Now, Terrin and everybody else in the village, grew up being told stories about this jungle that they should never go, like the village crazies would always tell stories about, like, you can never go in that forest. People go in and never come back, or if they do come back, they're insane. Nobody knows what's in there. There's, like, weird sounds all the time. It's just, like, a weird vibe from the forest. And so, like, the people usually never go in there. But they're forced in there. So we go. And the whole story is kind of about Terrin trying to protect his little siblings, and he's got his best friend is May. Her name's Malin, and she's the same age. She's awesome. She's got bow and arrow. She's naturally super good at everything.
For some reason, in my head, May was, like, way younger.
No,
she was
age.
like 12.
No,
she was just like little, like, badass kid.
She's like 16.
That's so
or 18.
I don't know why.
Weird. Nope. They're the same age. People think that they're twins, but they're not. People either think that they're twins or married, and at both they're like, no, no. But so it's about, like, kind of Terrin trying to protect his family, and, like, they start walking through the woods, and they just have no, like, heading. They're just walking, trying to find anywhere to, like, live. And so they all, like, start starving and, like, dying of thirst, and, like, it's a lot of elderly and children, so it's really scary. And Terrin was, like, just on the cusp of almost being taken by the people, but they were like, I guess we'll leave you, like, one strong man. And May's like, I'm strong, too.
Oh, I wanted you to say that they left him because he was weak and scrawny.
That, too. But he was, like, fighting them when they were taking his family, and they were like, we don't need that baggage. So they took him. They didn't take him. And so we go into the woods. And so it's just, the whole thing, it's kind of just like a guilty pleasure story. There's basically no plot. It's just me wanting to have fun with mythical forest creatures and things. So, like, there's a whole, like, a giant pig attacks, like, a huge, like, 30 feet tall giant boar, like, attacks and kills a lot of people. There's, like,
you said that they started, like, dying of thirst. That's because they go and try and find water. But the water, like, what happened?
They're walking on this path. And parallel to the path, like, right next to it, is a river. And someone tried to drink water from the river, and it, like, caused them to they started, like, their eyes started bleeding, and they started tearing their hair out, and they just died. And so they're like, let's maybe not drink the river water. But so it's, like, a whole temptation thing, because they're walking alongside this, like, rushing river with, like, beautifully clear water, and they just can't drink it. And so, like, the river water is really weird. And it's just, like, strange vibes. It's really fun.
And, like, nothing makes sense.
Nothing ever makes sense. There's a huge flood that, like, cuts across half of the path. But it's, like, glass is in between where it goes and where it doesn't. So, like, it stops. It's like the Hunger Games. Mm-hmm. It's like in the Hunger Games, the second one.
When it stops.
Yeah. And they're, like, Terrin, he ends up being separated from his family, and it's really sad. And he's, like, his whole thing is trying to get back to them. Well, everyone's separated. Like, the flood separates everyone. And he's, like, alone, and he's, like, floating in the river, and he closes his eyes for half a second, and it's suddenly the middle of the day. Like, it was nighttime, and now, like, he blinks, and it's the middle of the day. It's really weird.
So
Things are just strange. It's really, really fun. Waterfalls appear out of nowhere. There's, like, crazy, like, tree people, and, like, there's a giant, like, leopard that attacks. It's really fun.
That'd be so fun to play around with.
It's really fun. It's a guilty pleasure kind of thing.
Heck yeah.
I haven't written in a long time, but he's a good boy. He's, like, soft-spoken, sweet, and he lives for his little siblings.
Huh.
I think that's all I got.
Heck yeah. That's fun that it's less about the story, but you've got a base of a story.
Yeah.
And it's more about just, like, having fun with the creative chaos.
Like most things, if I sat down for 20 minutes, I could come up with a plot line.
Oh, yeah.
But I just don't want to.
The plot is just them trying to survive in these woods.
Yeah.
And when they get separated, the whole thing is trying to get back together.
Mm-hmm.
That you don't need anything more than that. You got a lot going on outside of that. That's really fun.
Yep. That's what I got.
Cool.
The timer is at an hour and 8 minutes right now. I can't wait to see how long it is once I've cut this down.
Yeah, because we had a lot of gaps. It's gonna be...
It'll probably be like 45 minutes.
Yeah, which is fine. We needed a short one.
We did. After the last one, sorry.
Yeah. But again, we are going to be trying to do a separate little mini podcast
Series.
Yeah, series. Where we focus on different stuff, different fandoms and things like that.
Talk about movies and TV shows and stuff. The first episode is about the 100 and it'll be out soon.
Yep. So stay tuned.
We tear it to shreds, so look forward to that. I feel kind of bad. Because
I don't.
I also don't feel very bad.
It was so bad.
Because ooh man, the first season and the second season too are both so good and so fun. And the characters are so fun and good.
It's just a bummer.
And then season 3 is alright, but it's walking on thin ice. 4 is the same thing, where it's like, ooh. But then 5, 6, 7 are absolutely the worst things that have ever happened to me.
Yup.
But another little shout out to Marcus Kane, who helped us through it.
So yeah, check
He's
that
my
out.
comfort character.
And give us any ideas for shows or movies.
If you know a bad show, or a good one, that you want us to watch.
We could use some good in our life, please.
Yeah.
But we can't promise that we won't shit on it too.
No, yeah, we will.
Poopy.
That's fine.
So,
yeah.
With that,
have a good day.
Watch the first and last episodes of The 100.
Yeah, do that. So yeah, look forward to that. We'll see you next time.
See you next time. Bye.